homes. So this gave us an opportunity to explore the platforms, other platforms like online platforms, thanks to technology. Now we realized that these online platforms are more effective and can be used even on times of no corona or general days also. So that is the biggest advantage corona has given us. This is the way these online platforms now should be part of our academics. At least they should occupy a big place even in normal days. Because this online platform, this web-based learning can be utilized very effectively in the regular teaching. So we can blend regular teaching with the online teaching, online classes. When you talk about the university, I always tell that university should be a place of academic excellence, be definitely coupled with research. At university level, teaching should be research-based. When you talk about engineering and science, the teacher himself or herself time with the developments of the science and technology. Otherwise, the teaching is incomplete. The teacher should update himself. The teacher should be a continuous student. He should be learning what is happening in his field time to time. He should update himself. Then only he can give the best possible teaching. Otherwise, the teaching should be, and it will be, incomplete only. First of all, whether we are doing that or not, we need to question ourselves. Teaching from some old textbooks, teaching from the earlier notes, teaching from previous photocopies, etc., will be highly objectionable. We should not use and we should not indulge such kind of teaching at university level. If anybody is doing that, please stop that kind of teaching and try to upgrade yourself. You should be teaching the standards of a university. That is what is needed. So every teacher should be actively updating his or her skills in teaching and research. After the class hours, he should be or she should be spending more time in reading in the chosen field or specialization. So that kind of activity should be inculcated, because we cannot stop learning, because you will be giving instruction to the student. That means whatever you are giving, he will be assimilating that. If you are unable to give the knowledge, the student, simply we are giving a degree. The degree is a piece of paper. The student has no knowledge in that subject. But we are giving a degree, master in so and so. The master in so and so, but the student is not at all a master. The student has not learned anything, despite his spending 2 years' time in the campus. So at the end of the day, it reflects on this university which has given this, issued this degree. So the student is the ambassador of this university. So he will be carrying our stamped certificate to various places of the state, country, and abroad. His performance speaks about this university. So at the end of the day, when a son or a daughter doing badly, it reflects on the family. Similarly, a student is doing badly, performed badly after taking a degree, definitely it reflects on all of us, on the university. So we have a responsibility. When we are sending a student with a degree, we have to question ourselves whether we have really given that kind of instruction. Whether the student has learned anything more from his graduation level after PG, whether he has developed any knowledge or skills or communication or aptitude in research or innovation or thinking or the mindset. That is what that the degree should speak about. Whether you have not done, we are simply issuing degrees. That is the last thing we want. But unfortunately, majority of the students are not doing well, as we all know. There are no bad students, there are only bad teachers. When you are unable to teach, the student cannot learn, could not learn. So the blame should be on us. When you are unable to teach, then the students will unable to get the knowledge and unable to perform. So every teacher should think seriously about this. When you are taking a paper, you are teaching a paper of 5 units, try to complete the syllabus. Try to see that student gets interest in that subject. Try to inculcate that kind of interest in the student by presenting the subject in such a way the student is really get interest in the subject and study the subject with interest, not for the examination. Further, the student needs to involve in the subject. That is the very important job of the teacher. Teacher's job is not simply to complete the syllabus. The teacher's job is to see an expert is made and given to the country, given to the society, given to the world. Expert in X subject or Y subject or Z subject. He should be a person of excellence, a person. He will be a future scientist. He will be a future manager. He should be a future administrator. So that kind of finished product should be given to the country. That is what the universities are meant for. You should be giving the skilled manpower, the knowledgeable manpower, the researchers, the innovators to the country, to the world. Whether we are contributing such innovators, at least one in 1 year, that is who is a person of fame at the global level, then really our effort is successful. Then we can celebrate such days, not these 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. So that is when we should celebrate. If we will produce one person who is a national level or international level scientist or researcher, we need to do and think about that. Every teacher should be thinking about his students or her students in the class. Teacher's responsibility is not simply teaching, but every department should think nowadays, especially in the new education policy, how to give skills. We need industry-ready graduates, postgraduates. For that, we need to give the skills required to take up any profession. So knowledge and hands-on skills. The student should have knowledge as well as chemistry postgraduate is graduated, should be with all the knowledge, theoretical knowledge. Suppose it's an analytical chemistry, it's a theoretical knowledge or the analytical techniques of all the methods, all the instruments used in the industry. That is the knowledge, theoretical knowledge. Plus, at least we should see is having hands-on experience in 1, 2, or 3 instruments. For that, we need to have collaboration with industry. The teacher of chemistry should be contacting the industries, at least arrange some kind of internships, see the students get some hands-on experience on these instrumental techniques. Otherwise, whatever you teach only theory may not be useful for the industry. So industry always asks whether your students are having any skills. So now every course should be skill-based. So every department should think now to organize in such a way that these academics are also coupled with skill development programs at individual department level, whether it is computer science, whether it is physical science, it is biological science, whether it is management, whether it is other courses. That is, whatever jobs are there in that area, those skills, if we can give at least some extent, our students can compete in a better way in the job market. So that is another part we need to think. So every department you need to think what kind of skills are very important for a person of that, for the student of that department. So we need to, you sit down with your faculty and see what is the job market. So what are the skills are required? Within the available limitations, how we can give these skills to our students. Now, if it is any help is needed from the administration, definitely we are there to help you. So now state and central governments are talking about your students should be industry ready, your students should be employable, your students should be taking up the challenges of employment. So these things we need to keep in our mind. Simply producing graduates, thousands and hundreds and thousands of them, not correct. We know, we see the statistics. India is the country which is producing maximum number of postgraduates in sciences and engineering and doctorates. But as you see, we have very less number of patents. So we are producing maximum number of graduates, whereas the number of patents, the patents are actually the inventions or the innovations of these students or the scientists of a given country. So these are the intellectual rights or property, but we are far behind than even China. China is leading now. But the number of graduates we produce are more in this world. That speaks about quality of our graduates. That means we are producing in masses, but there is no quality in these graduates. We have quantity, but there is no quality. So let us think about our university. Let us try to produce quality graduates. There may be many limitations, but still an individual can, if an individual can think seriously, because individual's brain is most powerful than all the infrastructure together. If simply you think, you can make a change. Don't worry about limitations. You just seriously think, what I can do for this university to improve my students. What I can do. You think that way. Every time you think that way only. Whether I am doing fully 100%, whether I am doing 100% of it. Let us not blame others. Whether I am doing 100% of it. You just think. Then there is a lot of things you can do. There are many things you can do within these limitations. Still, you can do. So, let us think that way and help our students and produce a better graduates. Every time we have the limitations of the faculty. So we have faculty limitations, definitely. But now, as I said, the corona has given us an opportunity to realize the video lectures, online lectures, which can be used. That means a natural science or a biology department or a geology department or computer science department can give an opportunity of their students by arranging online lectures by the experts from anywhere in this world by using our contacts. Why can't we use that? Because we are here to give the best teaching possible to the student. Every day we are teaching, it is becoming monotonous to the student. He wanted to listen, he should be given an opportunity to listen to the most distinguished scientists or teachers or professors from different parts of this country, if not the world. Let us use this opportunity. Why you every time worry about you don't have faculty, This is also teaching input only. Why can't we do that with little effort, little money? Definitely there are better teachers than us. Why can't we do that? Ultimately the student wants good teaching. Every Saturday or Friday afternoon or Saturday, you just allocate for these kind of innovative teaching. It's a blended teaching. You contact the best teachers possible in your subject. Request them. Give the students their teaching in our digital classroom or in another classroom. So in that way, the student will get inspiration, because a computer scientist who is working on the real-time projects will be talking about a given subject which is being taught theoretically. But practically he will teach how this particular concept is used in industry. What is happening in industry today. So that is the greatest importance. Whatever you teach is incomplete without practical application. So you have to give the students that opportunity. Even you can invite, hopefully the pandemic will end, you invite some professors, visiting lectures, visiting professors. Okay, we need to understand, we need to use some ideas to overcome this faculty crunch. Every time we will wait for permanent faculty will come, or more of our faculty, or more faculty. Every time we will think. But we cannot wait for months and years, denying opportunity of learning to students. Let us think about alternatives. These are all alternatives. Try to invite professors as visiting professors of Saturday. Let me select at least 2 important topics in each unit. Let the students learn from professionals. That is better teaching also. They have the opportunity to learn from the experts. Why can't you do that? So when there is a problem, there are opportunities. The faculty crunch should be used as an opportunity to give better instruction to the students. That is the most important thing we wanted to do in 2021. Similarly, we wanted to concentrate on research also. Every time I say this, again, we have a limitation. We don't have equipment, we don't have infrastructure, we do not have laboratories. But blaming all these things, we cannot keep quiet. We need to, again, use the collaboration. There are many opportunities for doing research, which is called, we have central instrumentation laboratories. The Government of India, DST, has established central instrumentation labs for all the universities, all the users to use those facilities. Maybe if you establish a laboratory in a university, you will have 1, 2, or 3 equipments only. You cannot have all the 100 equipments. That too, maintaining these equipments perfectly, the standards perfectly, it is not that easy. We have a lot of problems because I have maintained some of the equipment like atomic absorption spectrophotometer, I have all the spectrophotometers, colorimeters, and flame photometer. Everything we have maintained, we know every time there is a problem. Some engineer has to come, some spare part we have to buy, no money, you have to put a file, there is no provision for spare parts, all these headaches. So you leave research, do all these things. Why you very about these things? You have a collaboration with a laboratory and have a collaboration with a scientist. The best opportunity is BARC. BARC is there, BRMS. Lot of money is there in BRMS. Board of Research in Nuclear Science. Funding is given. The analytical methods, you can use the reactor, where you can use neutron activation analysis, chemistry, physics, geology, biological sciences, environmental sciences, engineering, computer science. Everybody can work with BARC. How many of you know about that? You have to explore these opportunities. They are ready to give you, even they pay you ENDA to you and your student. They give the analysis free of cost. Try to publish in collaboration with them. You go to the BARC site or contact a scientist. There are opportunities. Similarly, there are many nationalized laboratories. We try to have a collaboration with them. If needed, we will give them PhD seat. So in this way, we can overcome the problem of lack of research equipment. So 2 problems are solved. The faculty crunch is solved, problem of research is solved. What now? You will have quality research publications. We have quality of students. So every time let us not blame the system, blame the university. If you are really serious, there is a way out. Then okay, automatically the new positions may come. We have new teachers. We will do good work. But until that time, let us explore all the possibilities which are available. Definitely, we can do that. I have taken over as Vice Chancellor 1 year ago. 1 year even this 1 year, I could publish 8 research papers for myself. Though I am very busy with this administrative work. This is all because of my students. I always say, PhD is given by you, given by me to you, but your responsibility to publish papers from these PhDs. That's what they are doing. That is the reason why I got all publications. I work with physics people, I work with geophysics, I work with computer science, I work with the software industry, and every student get the PhD and then we will start publications. Because we have given the training, a training of research, training of writing a document, training of publishing papers. Once he tastes that, he will keep on doing that because seeing his name in the print is the greatest happiness, especially in the impact journals. So let us all taste that. You all should taste that. Once you taste it, there is no stoppage. You will be doing that forward, forward, forward. That is the reason why I wanted to motivate you. Only it is needing a start. Once a jump start is given, it will go. Come what may, it won't stop. So let us all take this as the mantra. There are many presentations. I'm happy it's computer science, it's engineering college, and the science college, College of Arts. And also we are looking forward for the NAC. Everybody should work hard for the NAC in the coming year. And I request all of you to cooperate with the NAC team. This is not the festival or a marriage of NAC X member, X coordinator, or Y coordinator. This is for all of us. Let us leave all our egos and let us work. Now, I have seen this. Geologically, there are different areas. Kalapa, when you talk about Kalapa, it's a Kalapa basin. It's the oldest proterozoic we call. It is 600 million years old. The Kalapa is like a half-moon shaped basin. It has a lot of volcanic activity, a lot of tectonism. Everything was there during Proterozoic. Proterozoic means 600 million years ago. Now people living on Kalapa basin, every time we see Kalapa means okay, there are bombs, there are killings, there are murders, etc. When I try to correlate, is there any relationship between subsurface geology and the people's thinking? Surprisingly, there is a correlation. Though there is no scientific basis for that, but there is a correlation. The correlation is the tectonically active zones, where the tectonically active zones, the people are restless, people are doing terrorism, etc. Suppose you see the Indo-Gangetic suture line, there is a suture line where the Indian plate has hit the Eurasian plate where the Himalayas came. So right from Afghanistan to northeast of Arunachal, this is the tectonic margin. All the countries in that margin are always unstable, restless, politically. There's a lot of terrorism, a lot of bloodshed. So when you see all the tectonic margins of the world, the countries on the tectonic margins, they are all having these kind of problems of unstable political administration, terrorism, drugs, mafia, etc. Very strange correlation. The stable parts, like suppose shields, we call shield areas. The South India is a shield area, stable. Canadian shield, stable. Australia, stable. America, shield, stable. All these tectonic margins are unstable. Though we are in South India, but this Godavari deltoid region we call it Graben. It is also, once upon a time, it was, Graben means is a big canal filled with sediment. We have almost 8,000 meters of sediment of Godavari Delta, in which you have oil and gas, etc. So Delta, people in Delta clan have different mindset. So this land is also affecting us, our thinking, though there is no scientific basis. But what I could observe here is, we have some kind of ego problem. Some of us have ego problems. Everybody should be down to earth. I'm down to earth. Okay, today I am Vice Chancellor, tomorrow I am on the road. So why should we say I am a very great person? No. I want to be a human being as a Prof. Jagannadharao only. Today I am a Vice Chancellor. But we should think about our university. If Swami asks something, sends a message through somebody, oh, he has not spoken to me, why should I give this information? We should not talk. We should not say like that. Those ego problems should not be there with us. You should think we are all working, it's our responsibility. That is what I have observed here. We have some ego problems. Identity crisis. It is called identity crisis. You will be identified based on your work, based on your achievements. Automatically you will be identified. You need not worry that you should be identified. We should be identified. No, we should be identified. Last time, Jagannadharao conducted a webinar. He said, sir, you are the chief guest. I said, yes. Then after some time, he was hesitant to say, sir, the other person wanted to be chief guest. Okay, no problem. He is surprised. Sir, how do you accept this so simply? Even if you do not give any designation, put me as a speaker, no problem. Why should we have that kind of ego? So let us leave that. Let us be very friendly. We are all a family. So that is what everybody, I want to request every one of you, leave this ego. Some professors are there. I asked, do you have any problems while doing this work? They say, okay, sir, X is not giving any information. Y is not giving any information. If I ask, why you are not giving? Sir, he is not giving me proper respect. So when this is there, that is called, well, okay, our mindset needs to be corrected. We do not have any ego with my wife. I do not have any ego with my wife or children. Why do we have ego with colleagues? My daughter will criticize me. My son will criticize me. My wife every time criticizes me. But still I just wanted to be good with her. There is no ego. But why do we have ego in the workplace? Why this double standard? That is the identity crisis. We should leave that. Then only then only the work will smoothly can be conducted. Otherwise, we will spend more time to deal with these kind of problems related to ego, related to mindset, related to hypocrisy, all those things. So first of all, question yourself whether you have really any ego. If you have ego, leave it. As soon as some assistant professor resigned, without any reason. Why? Because somebody said that this webinar topic is not correct. You don't propose such webinar. Okay, seniors will suggest us. Immediately, because of ego, she resigned. So, she has gone to that extent of leaving the job without thinking about her family. So, ego will lead to such dangerous situations. Why should we have ego? Okay, somebody is not invited you properly. Leave it. Try to understand. Okay, maybe he's busy. So try to understand. Why should we have the ego? I have helped 33 students to get their PhDs. Some of them are very good. Some of them, I don't say they are not good. Maybe their behavior is like that. They come to my department, but don't meet me even. Other scholars will say, sir, that fellow came and he is not meeting you. He met that fellow and left. Okay, leave it. What is there? If you are expecting gratitude, which is not there, you cannot force a respect from him. You are helping somebody without expecting anything. If you expect, oh, you should be grateful to me for lifelong, that is not a help, that is business. Don't expect. Whether he is grateful to you or not, that is his culture, his nature. Don't expect anything. You be cool. You should be grateful to me because I have given you a PhD for your lifetime. No. Even our own children may not take care of us. You be ready to be in old age home. I am ready. I don't expect. I don't expect my children because we have no right to. They want to take care of us, let them take care. But I don't demand because my son or daughter, they have to take care of their families. You be ready and plan your old age. Similarly, let us not have any egoistic things because we are a family, we are spending time. God has given us an opportunity to live with these colleagues. Maybe earlier life we belong to a family, maybe we do not know. So in that way, think, take it in a philosophical way, try to do good work, leave the ego. That's the most important thing. It solves many problems of this university. So you have to come forward to work. So these are some of the things I look forward. Every one of you are very intelligent, I know, very capable. Only thing is you need to give 100% of it. When you give 100%, we can take this university to the next level. This 1 year is not a big thing to celebrate. Okay, we have done something. When you are doing webinars, we never thought that we will be doing maximum number of webinars. We never had any such goal. But automatically, because of commitment, we became number one in conducting webinars. Fine. Similarly, while doing our work routinely, results will come. We have conducted webinars, we conducted online classes, as Mokka said. We have conducted examinations. It's a big challenge successfully for 400 plus colleges. I congratulate all the staff at the examination section, Mokka, Jagannadharao, Vijay Kumari, Jyoti and others. So I congratulate really. They have conducted excellently. there was a lot of pressure from colleges, from politicians. How do you conduct exams in the corona? If something happens, if some student dies, do you compensate? Who will be responsible? All these questions. But government is asking, you conduct the exams, UGC and all. So we had a lot of pressure, but we could conduct it successfully. It's not even one incident. So that is the highest number of colleges we have. So that is the greatest achievement. The third achievement, I should say, we are thankful to ISO team, headed by Dr. Pessis, we got ISO. So that is another achievement in this year. There are many smaller activities from NSS and others. And the department has done, and students have done, and computer science department have done something. So many things so we have achieved as we have already seen the presentations. The same tempo should continue with much more commitment, dedication, innovation. Every department, every faculty should think, is there anything extra I can do to this campus? You think, just think. If there is anything extra, just teaching and going for, no, anything extra I can do for the benefit of the university, to the students, to the administration, so that this university's name is visible at state level, national level, if not international level. So what best we can do? Please think about that. Every one of you can do miracles. You just only sit and think, is there anything extra I can do? You just think, definitely with all your cooperation. If you have any problem, you please come to me. I am there to help. Whatever I can do, I will do. But ultimately, this is our family. Let us belong to this. It is not my nenu and village. Manamu అని అనుకున్నాం. అనుకుని పంచాలి. Thank you very much.